This is a video presentation on radicals and rational exponents by Mathematically Marcia. Okay, let's talk about how to rewrite this using fractional exponents. So we need to look at the three parts first of all. We need to look for our index, which in this case is a 2. Anytime you don't see one there, you assume that it's a 2. And then our exponent, we don't see either, so that we're going to assume is a 1. Our radicand, or whatever is inside the radical, becomes the base of our exponent. So we keep that. That would be a 5. Our exponent is the numerator of our new exponent, and the index is the denominator. So it would be 5 to the 1/2. And that's how you rewrite that. Okay, let's look at another example here. The index is there for us. This time it's a 3. We don't have an exponent for the whole thing, so this time, again, we assume that's a 1. So, and here's my radicand. Now, because it's more than one base, it's not just a 3 or just an x, we need to group it together with parentheses. That is very important because only one letter or one number is the base unless you have it grouped together. So that parentheses is absolutely necessary. Then we have our exponent of 1, which is the numerator. We have an index of 3, which is the denominator. So that could be rewritten as 3x squared to the 1/3. Okay, for this one, we do have an exponent written here. We don't have our index, so you can make a note there if you need to that that's a 2 to remind you. Here's my radicand, which becomes my base. Again, it's very important that that is grouped together. The exponent 3 becomes my numerator, and the index 2 is the denominator. So that could be rewritten as 2y to the 3/2. Now this one has an exponent that's written inside the radical. That's okay. Since the 24x is grouped together and the 5 goes to the whole thing, we do it the same as we did the last one. That's the numerator when we rewrite it. And then we have our index of 3. My radicand, 24x, becomes the base. So 24x does need to be grouped together still. That's very important. And then the numerator is 5, and the denominator is 3. And yes, we do end up with an improper fraction there sometimes. Leave it improper. That's not a problem at all to leave it that way. Alright, now let's go the other way and put this back in radical form. So this part right here is what goes inside my radical. This becomes the exponent, which, because it's a 1, 1 is assumed. I don't need to actually write that exponent. And the index is a 2. Again, when we don't have an index written, we assume it's a 2, so I don't need to write that 2. That would be assumed. So I just put radical 3x, and we are finished with that one. Okay, here's another example. My base, 4x squared y, becomes my radicand. Look at the numerator for your exponent. It's a 1, which is assumed, so we don't need to actually write that. And then our index is a 3. That's not assumed, so we do need to add the index. So it would be rewritten, the cubed root of 4x squared y. Okay, for the next example, we see our base grouped together, which becomes our radicand, 25x squared. Now my exponent is a 5. So I need to make sure I group that together and do the whole thing to the 5th power. And then my index is a 3. Now, I can group the whole thing outside for the exponent. You can group it inside. So it could have been written like this as well. Either way would have been okay. Please subscribe to my channel so that you can see more videos like this. And if you have any questions, comments, or requests for future videos, please share that below in the comments section. And thank you for watching.